XRP at the time of filming this video, like most assets around the space, is in fact broken out on that exciting news that came overnight, which I'll talk about briefly in this video. But what I want to talk about is how XRP is in fact leading the flows of all altcoins in the space. We're seeing something that is very much in contrast to the trend of retail. And this might be why XRP is actually primed for a very big move ahead in the not so distant future. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So yes, XRP is actually broken out above its 20-day moving average, its 50-day moving average. It's basically flipped everything, and XRP is kind of floating in no man's land right now. And this is a very exciting spot to be. Just know that, we may have a little bit of resistance right up at about this 7.0 line. That's at about, $2.54 or so. So just something to watch very closely as we start to make our way through the week. But why we're seeing this little burst of excitement now overnight is it was actually announced that on April 2nd, instead of having these widespread tariffs on USMCA items, it's going to be restricted to just reciprocal tariffs. And that's a big deal because it's easier to strike up trade deals. It's easier to say, hey, if those tariffs are dropped, our tariffs are dropped, and then rah, bull market back on, baby, right? Now, obviously, this isn't, a guarantee or financial advice or anything like that, but a lot of things have been working in XRP's favor as of late. We've had, excitement surrounding potential spot ETF launches. We've had the excitement surrounding the now conclusion of the Ripple vSEC appeal. So these are great signs and great steps forward. And who's starting to really realize this is institutional money. In fact, when we look at the last week in terms of institutional flows, what we actually saw is XRP did in fact lead all altcoins. So flow by assets was $6.7 million in terms of XRP to the positive side. So they have in fact been accumulating over the last week while retail has been capitulating. And I'll show you guys this in just a moment, but obviously Bitcoin kind of led the way. It did lead the way. $724 million in inflows, Ethereum heavily on the outflows. Most other assets just kind of very, modest weeks overall. But what we're actually starting to see is, we did have an inflow week in terms of supply and exchanges last week. We actually saw $53 million of inflows to exchanges, which isn't surprising. We had some people that were taking profit on the exciting news surrounding that Ripple vSEC appeal being withdrawn. And this is obviously the most we've seen since all the way back here in November. So that was a very drastic difference. But what that means is that some retail was playing games and taking profits while the large entities on the backside are actually accumulating and building their positions. And this is great because if we know one thing, it's that institutional money typically sets the trend. They typically set the direction for the crypto market. And what we've been seeing around the space is institutional money actually start to heat up just a little bit. They were buying over the counter and now they are buying on the public side. And that is a great sign for the charts. Now, there's still a lot of time left this week. We still have a long way to go. It's just Monday. It's 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. But I will say BTC is on the verge of a breakout. The total market cap of crypto is in fact broken out and looking like it's going to target some resistance. This is in fact the highest we have seen since March 7th. We're starting to see some of that capital that's sitting on the sidelines begin to flow back into the space. The stars are basically beginning to align perfectly. Again, I'm not saying that this is the moment that we boom, but this is where you can start to see an overall shift in the crypto market. All right. Now we need to continue to see good macro data. Understand that this Friday we do have our PCE report. So that could be another good piece of information that continues to hit the crypto market and push it to the upside. And if you guys haven't noticed, the market has gotten a lot more reactionary to good news and a lot less reactionary to bad news. Even the last several times we've gotten some of these tariff announcements, the market hasn't really dumped on that news. And I think that this is where we're starting to see the market mature just a little bit. We are in fact seeing sentiment begin to rise. We're sitting at a 31 right now after being all the way down in those 15 ranges, 20 ranges. So this is again, that potential inflection point in the market where we do start seeing just a lot of confidence take over and potentially cause, even further breakouts beyond here. But that's what I wanted to share with you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.